the Cavs can beat everyone in the playoffs except for the Celtics and the Bucks. But I think they can be if the Celtics and the Bucks somehow seeding wise it falls that they meet in the second round, I think the Cavs can find their way into the conference championship. I don't think Philly's a threat. I don't think Brooklyn's really a threat. And I think the Cavs this year with Bickerstaff, Donovan Mitchell in the East, and Darius Garland. I think Darius Garland's gonna emerge and be one of the top 15 to 5 players in the NBA at one point in his career. So he was on um The Ringer and he was interviewing with Bill Simmons, and Bill Simmons was basically like, "You were one of the one guys I was like, this is one of the young guys I wouldn't trade, and I'm fine giving up Sexton." And then that was exactly what happened in the offseason. So I think the Cavs have always been known as being anemic. So with their history, I think they've done a good job of rebounding and retooling. And this is the first legitimate Cleveland Cavaliers team I've seen without LeBron James. And I'm interested to see how it evolves even next year or at the trade deadline. And like it's important to follow and then regroup with these teams I cover. It's like, all right, the real teams make their improvement off the buyout market and the deadline after the All-Star break when everyone kind of mingles. What moves are you going to make to stay relevant? And I think that'll be something that's interesting to see. But so far, I have no complaints. Post LeBron Cavs have been the best version of the Cavaliers, the most well rounded team, and the only team they built through logic, besides just being like, yeah, we're going to get the number one sought after talent in NBA history twice.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of interesting about the Cavs was obviously LeBron left and they were bad, but before he came back, they were starting to gain some momentum when they had Kyrie Irving, and they had the like Tristan Thompsons of the world, and the players that they got from just being really bad. Um, but this team, I think you nailed it. I think outside of obviously the LeBron era, this is probably the best Cavs team we've seen since they were playing against Jordan in the 90s.
Right.
Because the Cavs historically have been anemic, as you mentioned. But starting last year and now entering into this year, I mean, you got two players who are bona fide scorers. You have a big man, a good big man. I think Jared Allen's underrated.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, for a guy who he's not a scorer, but like if you want a traditional center in the NBA, a guy's gonna block shots on rebound and get lobs, I mean, he's as good as you're gonna get.